Okay. Good morning, everybody. So today's teaching is called Hallelujah, Meditation on Challah. Here is how to make Kabbalistic challah. Mix honey, malchut, and salt, gevura, in warm, tepid water, mem, and sprinkle with yeast. Let sit for about 5 minutes until it bubbles through the interaction with the air, aleph. In another bowl, mix the eggs that remind us of our own beginnings, which remind us that Shabbos is a time to reflect on Bereshit with the olive oil of Yesod, the place of generativity. Add the yeast mixture to the egg and oil, and add the wheat flour of chesed that lovingly expands. Add the raisins of tiferet for added beauty and balance. After all ingredients are mixed well into a bowl, oil the bowl where it can rise in the glory of Hod. Once it has risen, remove and knead with the energy of netzach, persistence. Before dividing the dough in half, take hafrashat challah, a portion of dough, and burn it in the remembrance of how a portion of dough was used as a tax for the benefit of the Kohanim. And we can read that in Numbers 15, verse 17 through 21. Then take each half and divide it into 3, roll out into ropes and braid them. The 3 braids of the challah correspond to the 3 columns of the Eitz Chaim, the tree of life. The 3 braided ropes are like one person embraced by the 2 arms of the Shekhinah that are so well integrated that it's impossible to identify where she ends and we begin. Let's sit for an hour and then brush on egg and water glaze. Place on a baking sheet and engage the final mother letter, shin, fire, to bake into 2 beautifully mystical loaves for Shabbos and with the raisins for Rosh Hashanah. The bumps that result look like breasts. Not surprising, since the letter shin that sits atop many a mezuzah means shadayim and serves as a reminder that there is always enough. Dai. Challah is the embodiment of the Divine Mother, the Shekhinah, she who dwells on this earth, who sustains us with the fruits of the earth. Through combining the 3 mother letters with the 7 lower sefirot of the Eitz Chaim that we then braid into the evocative Shabbos bread, we ingest her loving embrace. Thank you.
Wow. That's a Charlie wow.
That's a Charlie too.
That's a serious wow. Thank you. Oh,
Have you put that in writing? Is it possible for us to get a writing from you of that?
Yeah, I just read it.
So if
Yeah.
where could we get the text? It's amazing. I'd like to read it when I make challah.
If who would like to forward it?
I'll post it so I can post it.
Post it if I send it. Okay, I'll send it to you, Karen.
And then, you know, I'm challenged about that. Where would I find it then?
On the website, the WJC website.
And I could somehow download it?
Yeah.
As a document. Okay, that'll be a learning curve. Good.
wow.
Amazing. Thank you so much. Yay.
I do have a shofar, but I haven't warmed it up. I just realized that. So I can try. And okay, so I've got it back up.
I didn't warm it, but I blew it.
Yeah.
So I can get a sound. I know I can get a sound out.
All right, you need to turn on original sound. Do you know what that is?
Is it by the microphone?
Well, there's two steps. Do you see sort of toward the upper left of like the Zoom window? Do you see something that says original sound either on or off? Okay.
Float your cursor over, just at the
No,
top.
there's no floating cursor for that, actually.
Select microphone.
So under select microphone, all the way at the bottom, there's audio settings.
Yeah.
And then scroll down till you see music and professional audio.
Oh, enable original sound?
Yes.
Got it.
And then now make sure, like toward the left part of your window, there should be something now that'll say either original sound on or off. In the upper left. Are you in gallery view or speaker view?
I've got settings. Let's see. Can you hear it? Is it working?
Yeah.
You know what this reminds me of? Childbirth. Right?
No kidding.
And when you think about how, like this big thing has to come out of a small opening, this big sound comes out of a small opening, and then that pushing, I mean, you cannot let go. You got to just keep pushing. But I just think of when I was in labor, push, keep pushing.
Wow.
There you go. Another teaching on the shofar. It's like giving birth to sound. Maybe that's what God felt like, because God had to pull back and then creation moved forward.
Wow.
That's an insight. Wow.
Excellent.
Okay. Short and really, really sweet.
So now you can stop the recording if you want.
Especially with the raisins.